Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trogdor, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are in the third week now of the UPBA, and we're kicking off the week right here with another team builder. I'm still segmenting my team builders and my battles just because I want to get into the habit of making more videos, taking the extra time to go in depth about my team so that the battle video isn't just me like quickly getting through the team. I want to take my time, explain the things, get that all, go over my opponent's team so that once the battle happens, we can just get right into it. So speaking of getting right into things, my opponent is John Jr. and the Portland Nightshaders. He is doing decently okay this season. I think he's either 2-0 or 1-1 compared to our 0-2 and -7, but his team is so we've had a rough season going into this so far, and then we go up against John's team, which is really stacked. Like, I'm talking round 1 Kieran Black is super scary. Like, Life Orb, 3 attacks, Roost just kind of bodies me, on top of Scolipede, which Scolipede can pass speed. It can only pass speed, not speed and attack. So if it passes speed into Kyurem, that's like basically GG. So I gotta prep really hard for that. He's also got Metagross, which is a really powerful Pokemon, and it can run so many different sets depending on the opponent's team. He's got Mega Diancie, so super fast. It got a lot of really great natural speed. It can set up with, rock polish, but it's another thing that can get speed from Scolipede, and it's got a really great move pool, great coverage, great typing, and of course magic mounds, so I'm not bringing rocks this week. He has Rotom Wash, Delmise, he has Crocodile is super spoopy, and then Volcanion, and then some weird Unmon, and then Girder and Frogadier. I don't expect those last two at all. If either of those come, I did not see that coming from a mile away. There's just like so much opportunity cost from bringing either of those two. So I 100% expect the first 4 to come. Kyurem, Scolipede, Metagross, Mega Diancie, probably Rotom as well. Either Rotom or Volcanion, one of those two. And then Crocodile, because Crocodile just it does so many things so well. It has 2 fantastic abilities in Moxie and Intimidate. And as you'll see in a sec, it actually matches up very well versus something that basically one thing of mine that basically destroys his whole team. And that's not Emboar. That's not Bobby B the Emboar. So Bobby B is going to be a Fizz-Def Emboar. I love running Fizz-Def Emboar. I've done it a fair amount of times. This actually does decently well. I can survive like 2 earthquakes after leftovers from Scolipede. I don't know about Earth Power from Kyurem, but can definitely survive a Dragon Claw too. Get a cheeky Will-O-Wisp, and then Flare Blitz, Brick Break, and Wild Charge just do a ton of damage. Unfortunately, it don't get any recovery moves, and I've still got to rely on recoil moves. But Emboar is still doing really well. Most of his scary attackers are physical attackers, and then there's Diancie, but I mean, come on. And despite most of them getting ground coverage, Emboar still tanks them very well, and I can get like I said, a cheeky Will-O-Wisp, and then it just has fantastic coverage otherwise. So a lot of the Bulkymons that I'm bringing, which I'm bringing a lot this week, can actually hit back hard decently, and that's a lot of what I'm going to be relying on is take hits, give back harder hits. Anyway, so next up I have Vermithor the Salamence, which Salamence I'll talk about this later. I'm not happy with Salamence. I thought it was going to be much better. It needs a Dragon Dance to do anything, and there's no safe chance to get a Dragon Dance. But if I do get this one, Salamence just kind of wins in this particular matchup. Outrage with the Dragonium Z just bops whatever I want it to bob, except for the Diancie. Earthquake and Fire Fang just do a ton to everything else. So if I can get a Dragon Dance, not only do I outspeed everything. Well, no, I naturally outspeed everything except the Scolipede and the Yancey. Scolipede is going to be a tough cookie to crack, but, you know, unless it... Well, I think the only move that it can really hit me with is the Rock Slide, and even then I'm Intimidate this week because I'm going to need to force a lot of switches if I'm going to be successful with this. But I just have to hope that there's something I can set up on, like, not the DNC. Metagross will almost certainly be carrying Ice Punch. Maybe set up the Rotom against the Rotom. Maybe if he brings Delmise for some reason. Maybe if I can get an Intimidate on the Crook. But I basically need to switch in, Intimidate, switch out. If I get the safe chance to Dragon Dance, then I'm doing it. Otherwise, it's just like, oof. So Salamence, it's like it's there because it can win, even though I doubt it will get the chance to do so. But anyway, next up I have Vaporeon. And I'm running a kind of a cheeky set that is going to be a little bit scummy, but if it works, it's going to work very well. Acid Armor, Wish, Scald, and Toxic. Anything that Scald doesn't hit super well does not appreciate a Toxic. And then there's Metagross, which Metagross and Scolipede are immune to the Toxic. And then, you know, I can hit them decently hard with Scald. And after an Acid Armor, they can't do they can't do anything to me. Rotom, of course, you know, it has Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, but I can switch in on Hydro Pump as it's going to be wanting to click that more often than not. I just got to be careful not to get Vaporeon status at all. That's going to really ruin my day. But otherwise, it does really well. Like, Kyurem can't hold a candle to me. Scolipede, like, doesn't do anything to me, and I can just set up for free. But it's going to be tough to pull off. But if I do get that Acid Armor, it's going to be amazing. So rounding out my defense is Duck the Porygon 2. So Porygon 2 has a fantastic ability in Trace, which basically I can get Speed Boost on Porygon 2. Recover 3 attacks so that I can take hits really well, heal back up, get faster, and then hit really hard. So I'm hoping that this Porygon 2 actually works. Versus the Scolipede, I can get like really big Psychics off on it versus... It just has really great coverage overall. Ice Beam and Tri-Attack, but otherwise it's like I'd be tracing like the Magic Bounce from DNC, I'd be tracing Levitate from Rotom, which is handy, Intimidate or Moxie from Crook, Water Absorb from Volcanion. Thanks, stupid person, for driving so loudly. I'm sorry if anyone heard that. People in my neighborhood are ridiculous and have so little respect. Anyway, so next up I have Mawile, the Many-Faced God. Running Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, Play Rough, and Iron Head. Priority is going to be really helpful, especially if it's like picking off a weakened Scolipede or Kyurem or Diancie. Dual Stab just hits ridiculously hard versus my opponent's team. And then Swords Dance because, number one, I don't really need a fourth move. And number two, there's so many things that Mawile scares out that I can just get a cheeky Swords Dance, and his faster things like really don't appreciate a +2 Sucker Punch, and his slower things really do not appreciate my Dual Stab. So that's Mawile. I'm just running like bulky attack because I don't really need speed. There's no like particular speed point that I need to hit this game, and yeah, Mawile, I haven't been doing so great with it this season, so I'm hoping that this week is slightly better for it, but we will see. And lastly is Onion Knight the Celebi. So Celebi, I am running a Choice Scarf. Celebi is amazing this matchup. So Scarf Leaf Storm just bops so many things. He's got the Rotom and Volcanion first of all, which like I need to hit those really hard, and Celebi just donks them really well. Psychic, of course, because like I mentioned, like I'm going to be hitting a lot of things with that on Porygon 2, and of course Celebi has that stab, and from modest max attack it's going to be doing a hefty chunk to anything except for Crocodile. So I mentioned Crocodile is like super important for my opponent this match because of how well Celebi does. I'm hoping that he's not Jolly Scarf. If he is Jolly Scarf and goes for like knockoff, that's it. If he's Adamant Scarf, I still outspeed. But Crocodile is very, very scary. Pursuit trapping is no joke, and it's just gonna be really tough for me. But without the Crook, like Porygon can switch into the Crook, Vaporeon can switch into the Crook, Salamence kind of, but I don't want to take a Stone Edge any day of the week. So a lot of my things can switch in on it, and then it's like, if that can be bopped, then I can just fire off Leaf Storms, I can fire off Psychics, and grab momentum. And something like Mega Diancie, I can revenge kill so easily. Something like Scolipede, Scolipede outspeeds me and bops it with Megahorn. I need to remember that Megahorn exists. I'm not going to let Celebi go down to Megahorn again. Not going to make that mistake twice. Reminding myself now. So yeah, anyway, that's the team. Battle's going up tomorrow. And if you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you got anything to say about it, go comment down below. But as always, once this video is up, Battle's been played. No point in pointing out. It's like, oh, you missed the thing. Go cheat it. Yeah. Thanks. So yeah, subscribe if you are new and want to catch more content like this. I'm going to be doing this league all the way through. I'm going to be doing most likely season 3 of PTL and maybe some other weird stuff in between. Who knows? I don't, because I'm going to get really busy in about a month. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. Like I said, like the video if you like it. Comment down below if you got anything to say, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.